Welcome, Karen Bonafilio, Inner Realms, Outer Journeys. I know I always tell you about that. I get the best guests. Well, it's true. And it happened again today. I'd like to introduce you to Maureen Blue. Maureen, would you like to say hello to everyone?
Hi, I'm delighted to be with all of you today.
Oh, I am so excited too to have you here. This lady is multifaceted and multi-talented, and I'm going to let her explain about herself. But I do want to tell you, she's a teacher, and when teachers get together, they have this very special connection. So we had a really nice chat before we started. But wait till you find out all the different things that she's going to talk to you about. So Maureen, tell about yourself, because you're multifaceted and you got a lot going on.
I'd be glad to, Karen. And again, thank you for inviting me. My spiritualist journey began at the age of 11, levitating others. Levitation came with ease, and I would spend hours levitating others.
You're serious?
I would ask the subject to lie on the floor. I would be kneeling behind the head of the subject, placing both my index finger and middle finger under their head. I had friends with me. One would be on either side of the subject and one at the feet. And they would also put their middle finger and index finger under the subject. I would then provide an intention. And all of a sudden, the subject is now being lifted off the floor.
How old are you? Were 11 years old?
I was 11 at that time. And I started at 11. I was doing this for years, doing this.
Oh my God.
These are my grammar school years.
Didn't you get a reputation as being, a witch or something?
Well, at that time we're young, and truthfully, we thought it was like a game. We didn't realize what we were doing. We just thought, because Ouija boards were out at that time. So we just said, I had to say, I'm going to try this. I know I can do it.
That's
it was
so
like
cool.
a knowing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That blew me. I didn't know that. Okay. Continue on. My goodness.
Then I decided to channel Martin Luther King.
You are lovely.
And I said, I'm going to try this. All right. So, and his famous speech, I Have a Dream, was highlighted on the ceiling.
Oh, wow.
Now, not the entire speech, but a portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I set the intention to channel with him, and I was stunned to actually see his speech highlighted on the ceiling.
Wow.
As a young girl, I didn't realize what was happening spiritually, and I did not discuss this with anyone. At the same time, I was in grammar school. My analytical brain was required.
Yep.
But I was able to integrate my spiritual experiences with my logic mind at that time.
Wow. Very young age. Mm-hmm.
So now I'm moving into high school and college because that absolutely consumed me. And my focus is what's on developing strong grades, taking rigorous academic subjects, and preparing for standardized tests and exams. So my spiritualist journey was on the back burner at this point because my logic mind was required.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So now at the age of 22, I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic lymphoma, stage 4.
Wow.
We're now in 1977. That's where I am. The cancer was located in both lungs, my chest, my liver, and spleen. I was covered.
Wow.
I was covered. At that time, I was placed on a very severe program of chemotherapy, high potent drugs. I was seen every Monday as an outpatient for chemotherapy and hospitalized 1 week each month for harsh chemotherapy, bone marrow, and spinal tap procedures. It
My
left
goodness.
me and nauseated, and my body was weak and in constant pain. In between this regimen, I would spike temperatures of 103 frequently as a result of low white blood cell counts, which placed me in intensive care or in Memorial Sloan Kettering's hospital ward.
Oh
So
my goodness, Maureen.
between each bout of chemo, I spent most of the time home resting for the next round. I lost an incredible amount of weight, and the loss of my hair was devastating, as you can imagine, at the age of 22.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
My first near-death experience occurred while a patient at Sloan Kettering, and this is 1977. I had a heart attack and rushed into cardiac care unit.
Maureen, your body, your poor body.
My cardiac arrest resulted in an immediate, deep, comatose state. While in this deep comatose state, which should have been fatal, I saw myself floating above my physical body and observing my medical staff working on me in the cardiac care unit with a beautiful, bright white light around me. 3 days later, after being in a vegetative state, I awoke from my coma.
Wow.
This was a momentous event perceived as a significant recovery, miracle, or I healed myself.
Yeah, that was a miracle. That was a miracle.
Now, January, a few months later, January 1978, a second near-death experience occurred. While lying in bed, a bright white light surrounded me. I no longer was attached to the outside world. I was detached of all sensations, auditory, visual, taste, touch, and smell. I had a profound loss of the sense of time.
Mm-hmm.
Time seemed to have stopped. I had a detachment from my physical body, a sense of peacefulness, an increased sense of connection with the universe was present. It was just so beautiful, Karen. I could have stayed there.
Yeah, it sounds absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
It was. Death was welcoming. There was no regrets or longing for earthly pleasures.
Oh, I understand that totally. Yes.
My body was levitated from the bed I was lying in and moved forward gently and slowly to our Lord's open arms. I have tears in my eyes. Just
Yeah, and I have
it's so beautiful.
And I have chills right now. I'm freezing.
Our Lord was present with his arms open, welcoming me as I arrived.
Oh my gosh.
Our Lord bathed me in his love. As he welcomed me, he said, "It is not your time, you must go back." The near-death experience was timeless. At this time, near-death experiences were rarely discussed. Mm-hmm. So I went on with my life in silence, not discussing this with anyone.
Maureen, I cannot imagine that, not even discussing that. And I'm thinking about you levitating at 11 people at 11 years old. Did your parents know you were doing any of this?
No, I didn't tell them because I didn't realize the impact of what I was doing. I didn't realize it. I had no idea
Girl.
And then
this is not usual. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm sorry.
So now after 5 months, the chemotherapy no longer worked for me. There was nothing else available to me except a medication that was not approved by the Federal Drug Administration and was being tested at the Memorial Sloan Kettering Labs.
Ooh.
This was only to give me a few extra months to live. I experienced an immediate period of disbelief and then wrestled what this deflating information means. I was dying. I healed myself. I'm here today to show you that. Memorial Sloan Kettering doctors are in disbelief. They
couldn't believe it. Mm-hmm. A miraculous recovery.
Yes.
Well, think of all the organs that were compromised at that time.
Oh yeah.
And that's like a certain death, that, especially back in that time period too.
Well, with the profound chemotherapy, it does damage to your organs. I have been tested over the years. I mean, even by cardiologists at the age of 40, they were determined to find something. My heart's functioning fine. I had no issues, nothing, everything, all my organs were fine.
And they couldn't understand that. Wow.
And this new drug that they gave me, it only took 4 teaspoonfuls or 1.5 milligrams to bring me into full remission, which is unheard of.
It was not your time.
No.
Mm-mm.
So while my team of physicians were concentrating on my treatment plan, aiding me to survive, I concentrated on spirituality, bringing meaning into my life, reconstructing my mind, body, and spirit. That's what I did.
You know what? That's why that all happened to you, to give you that time to build up your spirituality.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
It did.
Because you put it on hold while you were in college and high school.
Then during my recovery period, I set an intention again, because that keeps coming up. Intentions to have a flourishing career. I moved from nursing to special education.
Yay.
As a nurse, I would be opening myself up to all kinds of infections due to my low white blood cell count. So special education allowed me to continue to provide service to the community. But then as an educator, in addition to my passion with teaching students, I was experiencing numerology. So I would consistently guess numbers and I was always correct. But again, I wasn't paying attention. I was like, okay.
You don't even know how old you are.
So my career was important to me at that time. That was my intention. I was flourishing. So I went on, bachelor's degree, master's degree, and a doctoral degree, including promotions. That's 40 years of this.
Wow.
So in 1977, prior to being diagnosed with terminal cancer, I met my husband, my soulmate. We met 4 months before my diagnosis and married in 1982. He could have left me. He stayed with me throughout this entire experience.
Oh.
He saw me in the most debilitating experience. He saw me bald. He saw me in a vegetative state. He was my rock. Didn't faze him whatsoever.
And that's the love you want. That love that no matter what, they are there supporting you and loving you and lifting you up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Whew.
So now, in April 2008, a serious automobile collision resulting in a life-threatening injuries resulted in a miraculous outcome.
Good.
I broke my sternum.
Ouch.
There was a complete break. My ribs were unstable and became claw-like.
Oh, gosh.
Turning inward, piercing my organs. My orthopedic surgeon informed me that I was in need of an open heart surgery. My sternum and rib cage healed. My organs healed. I do not have arthritis and did not need open heart surgery.
Did you do the healing on yourself?
That's a very interesting question, because the same thing with the cancer. The cancer, I had profound prayers being said for me.
Okay.
Profound prayers. And in 2008, with the automobile collision, I set the intention for myself.
Okay.
But again, didn't realize when I set the intention, what happens. So at this point, I knew something profound was happening to me, though. So now grief strikes once again when my husband passed away in 2017.
Oh, geez.
My world as I knew it shattered.
I know.
Grief affected every system in my body, as you understand, Karen. It was an unbearable feeling. I walked in a fog, disrupting my sleep, concentration, disconnected from time and space. Hours can vanish without warning. Your sense of self is disrupted. You lose the part of yourself reflected in them. The future you envision with your partner, your sense of identity is fragmented. So now it's at this point, mediumship unleashed an inner force within me, reaching the depths of my soul. A profound awakening. It was like, you're coming. We're not waiting for you any longer.
Your final catalyst.
It empowered me. It actually empowered me. It helps me feel anchored to my husband and loved ones. Healing became less of a challenge. You learn not to fear the uncertainties of death. Mediumship helps me to stay connected to my husband and loved ones. It helps me to cope. And I set the intention again. I can bring my husband in physical form.
You can. Yes.
I can. I set the intention. I said, I want to do this. I want to try this. And so I prayed, I prayed, and I never knew when this was going to happen. And I did this 3 times where he came in, but then I don't do it anymore because that takes a lot of energy for them to come in physical form. So out of respect for him, I don't do it any longer. But yeah. I have a very strong sense of clairvoyance and clairaudience. And I communicate with loved ones in spirit using my mind to receive messages, raising my vibration. As a trance medium, the spirit controls my physical body to communicate a concept. For example, I am a medical intuitive using my trance abilities. I also channel spirits, allowing loved ones to speak directly through me. And I find so much peace for myself and peace to others. So then I decided to dabble in being a psychic detective.
Maureen, are you kidding me? God,
Oh.
You just don't stop, do you?
No. I was trained by Pam Coronado and Major Paul H. Smith. He served in the United States government's top secret remote viewing program at Fort Meade, Maryland. He was the theory instructor for controlled remote viewing trainees, as well as the unit's recruiting and security officer. So he's highly regarded as one of the world's leading instructors of remote viewing and dowsing. So I trained with Pam and Major Smith, and I connected with a friend of mine. She connected with me, and she said, Maureen, my girlfriend's son is missing. Can you find him?
Oh, this is going to be lovely, isn't it?
And I said, okay. I said, I'll locate him, but I prefer to remain anonymous. Please don't give your girlfriend my name. I'll share all the information with you and you can forward it to her. I mean, at the time, the family was working with the FBI. So what I did is I wanted to make sure that the information I was getting was accurate. So I worked with a fellow medium who I knew was trained like myself by Pam and Major Smith. We worked separately. So the first thing I did is we prefer not to have any information, but it happened to be given to me that he was in Ohio, this young man. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I took the map of Ohio and I enlarged it and broke it down in segments. So between the two of us, we found this young man in the upper left-hand quadrant of Ohio.
Okay.
And we both agreed on that because we worked separately. So now we kept narrowing it down. So now we had the upper north, the upper section, western section of Ohio. So now we broke it down by quadrant, and we actually kept narrowing it down by county, by city. And we actually were able to nail it down to his actual street address. We could actually bring it right down.
Wow, my goodness.
So I gave that information to my friend, who then gave it to the FBI. And at the same time, I would get up during the night. And while I was up during the night, I would be dowsing to see. So I was able to figure out that he was alive and he was working. So he was working 20 minutes from where we found him, his street address, between 9 in the morning and 5 at night. So that's how I knew he was alive, because I said he's working. So I gave this information to my friend, who then gave it to her girlfriend, who then passed it on to the FBI, and they found him.
That's fabulous. Did he intentionally want to create a new life or something, or
they found him, but gave a picture to his mother, but he did not want to be found.
Oh, okay. Well,
so
she knew he was okay then.
Right.
Yeah.
On a second
wow
venture, there was a young woman who lived in Mexico, and as a fellow medium who said to me, Maureen, I'm looking for my cousin. Can you help locate her? So again, I worked with a fellow medium. We worked separately, but we just agreed on. But with that, it was a little more challenging because she's in Mexico, but she was picked up by a ring. So first of all, she was kidnapped.
Oh, no.
She was kidnapped, a beautiful 20-year-old girl dating a 40-year-old man. She was kidnapped, and we were able to determine that her boyfriend was the person who kidnapped her. Because we also, mediums do remote viewing. We can visualize, so we were able to see we saw a van. Who was in the van described the man that we saw in the van, and the medium that I know said this is
her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. So we put pieces together. So anyway, the professional ring kept moving. So we would find them, but like every day they kept moving her. And you're also dealing with the Mexican authorities. So there's just a lot of other pieces involved there. So
how terrifying for her.
Yeah. So but I enjoy that very much. I enjoy that experience.
Was she returned to her family?
No.
Oh.
That wasn't. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was. But I enjoy this. I enjoy Psychic Detective. I prefer to do that if I do work on it anonymously, without working with the FBI professionally or police department.
Maureen, I know a forensic detective, and he works with a group of mediums, and they try individually to locate people for the police. And they turn that over to the police department in, I think it's upper state New York, Poughkeepsie. Does that sound like
Yeah,
it?
yeah, that's an area in New York, sure.
Yeah. And they turn it over to the authorities.
Oh, now I would be interested in that. That I would do because we
I
will
need
remain
to,
anonymous.
I will get an introduction. And this man is just lovely. Just
That would
lovely.
be wonderful because that I would love that. I enjoy it very much, but again, I just prefer remaining anonymous. So that would be great. Thank you, Karen.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
So now I dabble in spirit art.
Just because you didn't have enough. Oh my God, you're levitating people. You're doing remote healing. Oh my gosh, Maureen,
Yeah.
you need to write a book on all your adventures. I'm serious.
Well, your podcast is going to be the catalyst to help me write the book.
This podcast?
Yes.
Yay!
So thank you.
I'm very excited. I am. Oh my
Um,
God.
so I do enjoy spirit art. That is a glimpse into our loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
And the with spirit art though is when the loved one comes in, you get a glimpse. You know, like they're behind a veil, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
stuff shot. So you have to grab them. They're behind a veil, and you have to take that and
Oh.
draw. You know, they
Mm-hmm.
come in. So um, it would be an essence that would be drawn versus or a picture close to the photograph. Sometimes it's accurate, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but that I enjoy that. That's that as well.
Gosh,
Um,
I am tickled pink to meet you. I seriously am. I also know two spirit artists too. Oh my gosh! Now I know three. Oh my
then we
god.
do past life regression with Dr. Brian Weiss. I
Oh.
had 7 days with him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was that was amazing. I enjoyed that very much.
Mm-hmm.
And
He's a wonderful man, just renowned too.
oh yeah, yeah, just amazing. So glad to be with him in his presence. So I just learned so much about past life regression with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also now an energy healer, an energy medicine healer.
Energy medicine healer. Is there a difference between an energy healer and an energy medicine healer?
It's just a term, you know,
Okay.
because really it's energy medicine that's occurring. You're giving healing to the individual or patient with energy, and it's really energy medicine. So,
Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Because I know someone who would be very interested in trying that. Is that where you go in and focus in the brain for the healing, or is it in the body?
all right. So for me, I found after mediumship, I had taken a trance mentorship program. So, as you're aware, because you're doing that as well, so
Mm-hmm.
trance takes you into a deeper state.
Yes.
Um,
Extreme.
and you need to be in a deeper state to provide healing.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes. So, when you're in the deeper state, there I became, after I became a medical intuitive, it just came. So I can actually, when I'm in trance or trance healing, I could look into someone's body and actually tell what's the issues are. And
Right.
every time I connect or ask for validation, I'm 100% correct. So that I can actually see that. And then I send healing into that particular area.
Mm-hmm. I am amazed. I am truly amazed. I am in a good
Well,
way. You offer so much to humanity and so many ways to be a service.
Thank you.
You
I'm
do.
truly passionate about the healing aspect because I feel moving through cancer and the serious automobile accident I was in, and to be alive through God's loving hands. I know I'm an inspiration, and I want to be able to do that. If I can do that for myself through God's intervention, I want to be able to do that for others. And I feel that's my true calling.
And so many ways to get there for you too. Wow. You know you're one amazing person. You are.
Well,
I don't realize if you know how amazing you are. You are. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just feel that we are here to help others and to be a service. And your whole life has been that. Your whole entire life, through the nursing, for the teaching, through all the other things too. And you continue to do that, and you continue to grow, and you continue to thrive. You also, did you mention that you, where your training was at, with Arthur Finley, or did I miss that?
I didn't share that with you, so thank you for bringing that up. Yes.
Yeah.
So I did have training at Arthur Finley College. I mean, that's an area that all mediums want to move to if they can. So that was absolutely wonderful to be in that environment. I have taken a spirit art class there. I had taken the mentorship in spirit art, but I did a secondary course at Arthur Finley.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so spiritually enlightening to be in that environment and with so many other mediums from all over the world, and to be in the presence of the tutors there that are just so inspiring themselves. It was an amazing experience, something I'll never forget.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Incredible. Incredible. And on top of that, you're connecting with your husband throughout all of this too, and continue to do that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what started my journey. So yeah, it's just been beautiful.
Well, I don't know. I think levitating people at an early age was, no, people don't really do that, Maureen. That's very unusual. And your friends were involved too. I'm surprised it didn't leak out and people would want to be attending those experiences.
Well, and I guess in a way it did, because we had various friends, other friends that would come in, and it was like, okay, let's try. Again, we used to think it was a game, and we would levitate them. So we never ran out of other people to levitate. So I guess the word did get out. They're doing something in there. You better go check it out.
And your mom and dad don't know. That's what just kills me, that they don't know that you're doing that in there.
Well, so when I would do this, when I was on vacation. I lived in New Jersey, so I would we would spend the summers in the Catskills in upstate New York.
Mm-hmm.
And they would have this one area. It was just open area. You could dance, and at night they would have various activities, but it was really just open. No one was using it during the day. So we would go, and there was no one there. And then my parents were in the area, but we just had this whole room to ourselves. So my parents didn't know what I was, they knew where to find me. They knew where to find me, but they didn't know what I was doing. They thought I was dancing.
Yeah.
That's what they thought I was doing.
Oh my
Because they had a
God.
jukebox there, so they thought we were dancing or, playing games. They had no idea we were levitating.
That kind of ages us, the jukebox there, Maureen. Oh my
That's
God.
true. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I always ask my guests how they can be of service. So, in the multitudes of things that you do and experience, where do you find yourself drawn to the most for service?
Healing.
The healing.
Healing. Yeah. I enjoy evidential mediumship very much, or trance mediumship very much. But healing is my passion.
Healing's your passion.
I really want to. It's like a calling, It's something happened to me in my life where
Yes.
I healed myself, and I want to do this for others. I'm not saying I can heal someone from cancer. I'm not saying I can do that, but I want to be able to provide healing in some fashion as the best I can to others.
Well, if they come to you, if they do have cancer, um, and they are healed, then that's has been their purpose. And if they aren't healed, they still may get some relief from your service too in the healing also.
That's very possible. Yes, it is.
Maybe a
Yes, it
remission
is.
or something will click. Oh man, Maureen, you are pretty darn incredible. Did we get to capture everything about you? Because I am blown away. I mean, we chatted before we got on, but when you put it all together, it's just beautiful. But what you had to experience too, you had a lot of obstacles and a lot of hardships and a lot to put your body through, and your mind and your soul and your heart to get to this spot too. And working
I did.
yeah. Yeah.
I never really talked about my experiences in depth like I have today. And again, I want to thank you because this is going to be the catalyst for my book.
Oh, I'm so happy. I feel like this is a gift that's you're a present. It's been open up to the world, and people need to hear your message. And a book is such a fabulous way of doing it too. I just,
Well, thank you, Karen.
I'm seriously blown away, Maureen. Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to mention that you may have forgotten or want to tell the audience that you're drawn to tell them?
I don't think so. I think I really captured everything that I need to.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been I want to thank you for the opportunity, and it's been a wonderful experience to be
Well,
on the podcast with you.
I think we need to have you on again to tell you the truth. Maybe sorry, my dogs are going crazy. Maybe in a
It's fine.
healing modality or a trance modality. I think somebody's outside my door because they just won't be quiet. But anyway, Marie, it's been a pleasure. Um, it seriously have. And now I want to say my love from Bono. And I was going to get a different picture, but this is my husband and I back in the day. He was 6'3" and
Oh,
I
how
was
beautiful.
yeah. Bet you can feel the love from that photo too. We were always touching.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I love him so much. And it's so, and I think that you would experience this also, but your love amplifies when they're gone. You feel more love for them and from them than you did in human form. Even though
I
I
agree.
experienced immense love, yeah, it's amplified for me. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to have a talk with my doggies. Okay. So this is Love from Bono. And this is very appropriate for your show, Maureen. You are humans. Embrace this journey. You have no idea how much power you hold. Love every part of you while you are here. And you have experienced so much power in all the different facets that you have explored in life so far. So kudos to you, my friend. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I just want to thank you for being on the program, for coming on, and look forward to seeing more of you. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Karen.
Okay, thank you.